Confronting intimacy anorexia in real time. This is a very important conversation. If you're married to an intimacy anorexic, if you've yet to subscribe, hit that button. If you haven't got a question, put it in the box. I'm Dr. Doug Weiss. I'm the Executive Director of Heart Counseling Center in Colorado Springs. We do 5-day intensives for intimacy anorexia, married and alone. And so we have been dealing with this. I actually certify counselors all over the globe on treating intimacy anorexia and partner betrayal trauma. So I want you to know what I'm about to share with you is a tool that works. It's in the Married and Alone workbook. So if you're a spouse of an intimacy anorexia, this workbook is for you. It's got like 100 exercises for you to be able to move through that process. When an intimacy anorexia is acting in, they're acting in a way that creates distance. Remember, the whole game of intimacy anorexia is creating distance. Is this behavior creating distance? Like, let's give you kind of a loose example. Let's suppose that your spouse is on time for everybody. They're always 10, 15 minutes early. They show up. They look great. Everyone loves them because they're so responsible. But when it comes to you, they're always 15 minutes late or more. And they don't communicate that they're going to be late. So what does that do to you? You get hurt, angry, frustrated. And so you want to pull away. That creates distance. And see, the behavior specifically for you, okay, they don't do it anywhere else. It creates distance. And oftentimes you get to be blamed for the distance. That is the ultimate achievement of an intimacy anorexia. If they can achieve distance and give you the blame for the distance, then they still look good. They don't go to the bad box and you carry all the pain. So you want to stop playing this game. And if you're in a relationship with an intimacy anorexic and you are in a relationship where you have to be in pain to be loved, we got a great DVD called Pain for Love. You want to watch that. It'll explain the game to you. And you'll be angry when you see the game, but you will stop playing the game. Now, I want to give you a tool. Okay, it's called the Block Punch. It's in the Married and Alone workbook. Because in real time, when an intimacy anorexia is too busy for you, they're blaming you. They're using anger or silence to control you, or whatever they're doing. They're not having sex with you, or they're disconnected during sex. Whatever the behavior is, they're being critical. You can do the Block Punch. So the block first is you would communicate to them, whatever the issue is. Let's suppose it's anger. Darling, husband, wife, this anger that you're expressing is creating distance. Okay, you call out the behavior, but you call out the strategy. Okay, you being angry at me, okay, they know they're being angry at you, but the game of the anger is create distance. What they don't know is that the game is distance. Once you let them know that the game is actually distance, that the silent game, this is the silent thing you're doing for the last hour, is actively creating distance. I am calling the game. Okay? This yelling at me is about distance. It's not about yelling at me. I am on to the game. And once the intimacy anorexic knows you're on the game, it changes the game. Because before, the last 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, they've been able to get away with the game. The game is I get mad at you, you pull away, I can say you're the one pulling away. There's distance in the relationship and I can blame you. That's the game and I won. Okay, but once you start calling out the game, they don't look as good when they get called on it. Like this anger is about you creating distance. Well, who's responsible for distance now? They are. Who's the bad box? They are. Okay? Now, that's just getting them off balance. Okay? That's the block. Then you want to punch. And I don't mean physically. Of course, I don't mean physically. What I mean is, now that they're off balance, you can give them an invitation to prove that you're either wrong or right. So let's go back to the anger is the most easy one, or critical, right? This anger that you're expressing, it's really about creating distance. Then here comes the punch. What can you do right now to nurture my heart? And yes, there will be a long pause. Why? Because you're asking them who wants to create distance. They want to come back here. And you're saying, what can you do to move toward me? and you give all the responsibility for them to move towards you, since they're the one creating the distance. And see, first we have to establish the game. The game is about distance. You just call them that they're responsible for the distance. They're off balance. Now you say, I want you to move toward me to prove that I'm either wrong or right. So if they get more angry, you were totally right. It's all about distance. If they give you excuses for not moving towards you, it's all about distance. If they just look at you until you go away, it's about distance. And you know you won. You know that the game that they were actually playing was to be distant and to blame you if they could for the distance. And you know that you're in an intimacy anorexia game. And here is the really good news. They now know that you know that they were playing a game. And they can't look good playing a game. And so oftentimes they just look at you like they say in Texas, a coward in New Gates, like, you caught me and I don't know what to do, because I don't want to be close to you and I don't want to look like a jerk and be bad. And I don't know what to do right now. And you caught them. What they can do is nurture your heart, give you a hug, look you in the eye, say, I love you. I'm sorry for creating distance. That was wrong of me. I'm going to go make a phone call to the person in my Intimacy Anorexia group. I'm going to go do a couple exercises in my Intimacy Anorexia workbook. I need to go watch Helping My Spouse Heal from My Intimacy Anorexia. That's a great DVD and workbook. If you're married to an intimacy anorexic, you definitely want them to get How to Help My Spouse Heal from My Intimacy Anorexia. It's a DVD and a workbook. You can watch the DVD together, but the workbook is something they do by themselves. But listen, when you confront an intimacy anorexic in real time, you both become aware of the game. And once the game is all about distance is exposed, game on. Well, I hope this has really helped you. I really want to encourage you, if you are living with an intimacy anorexic, get in one of our married and alone groups. We have it for men, have it for women. Get the workbooks. Come do a 5-day intensive. If you are married to this, you've been through trauma. The Partner Betrayal Trauma book, our research shows that if you live with an intimacy anorexic, you have the same trauma, PTSD, depression, etc., symptoms as someone who's been cheated on or is married to someone with a sexual addiction. Your trauma is real and you need to take care of that yourself. We also, in our building, have a neuromodulation, which can help your brain actually become neuroplastic again after being in this trauma, especially if you've been in this trauma for decades and you didn't know the game was distance. Well, I hope this helped you today to do the confrontation in real time. If you haven't subscribed, you want to, because we have so much on this married and alone topic that can be helpful. And also, if you got a question, put it in the box. And until next time, take the next right step. Maybe it's calling our office, 719-278-3708. Go to a counselor who's certified in partner betrayal trauma. If you call a counselor and you say, are you certified in partner betrayal trauma? And they give you I think I can help you. No, you want someone who's certified. Our office, everyone is certified, and we have people certified around the country. You deserve the best. And until next time, take the next right step for you.